Hey, Mama. So, to be honest, there was a time in the very recent past where I truly believed that I was not able to ever live my dream life. I had felt completely trapped in the dream life that 18-year-old Sharon had created, where I was, a full time elementary school teacher. I had, two kids and a husband and a dog and the house and the white picket fence and all the things. And I looked around one day and was like, oh my goodness, this is it. Like, I'm doing this for the next 30 years and I can't. And whenever I started to think about what my dream life looked like, I truly believed that I could never have that. I could never have time freedom. I could never have unlimited earning potential. I could never make my own hours. I could never go on vacation in February. Sorry, got excited. And on it. And now when I look at where I am 3 years later, like literally 3 years later, that's it. It blows my mind because all of those things are happening. Like I truly felt like they never would. And now, like here I am. Like it's a Friday morning and I'm at home. I'm wearing yoga pants and I'm planning trips with my family and like all these crazy things that I never truly believed could happen. And they absolutely can. Now I am a full-time family photographer, but I am also full-time, part-time. I am also a dream life designer. And when I tell people this, I wish I could like get a picture of the look on their faces because I think first they think I'm kidding. So I get that reaction. But then next, it's just like confusion, and we pretty much move on from the topic pretty quickly, which is fine. I don't feel like I need to kind of explain my job description to every single person that I talk to. There are definitely people that are more in need of my services than others. And, my random neighbor from down the street who is a 65-year-old man walking his dog I don't need to explain what a dream life designer is to him. But I would like to describe it to you and explain to you what the heck a dream life designer is, what I do all day, and how I can support you on your journey, Mama. So here we go. What is a dream life designer? Well, first, I probably should just say I made this term up. I originally was calling myself a personal growth coach, but that title didn't quite feel right. I think personal growth is very personal and it's an ambiguous concept. What it means to me may be different to you, and so people shied away from that. Dream Life Designer really describes what it is that I do, which is I help moms identify their dream lives and I help them get there fast. Like we work together to get there quickly. We do that through creating concrete action plans. So there's no like, oh, I'm going to come up with this dream life and then cross my fingers and hope it happens. Like, nope, none of that. We come up with concrete action steps, concrete habits and systems that you create literally the next day. Like the day we have our meeting, you're starting those habits and systems in order to get to your dream life faster. Another important aspect of my job is I support my clients. So I am constantly checking in with my one-on-one clients, providing you with resources and support and accountability. I'm kind of your hype girl, if you will, always helping, cheering you on, and filling the role that I didn't have when I was going through this process. We'll talk about that a little more in a minute. So how do I spend my days? I'm a time management geek, so I love to learn how people schedule their days and what their days look like. I just think it's so interesting. For me, like I mentioned, I have two businesses. I wear a lot of hats. So I am a family photographer, basically full time. So that takes up, a good chunk of my week. But when I'm not working on my family photography business or being a mom or being a wife, I am working on supporting my dream life design clients. So what that looks like is I create weekly content on basically all the platforms other than TikTok. I think TikTok's the one I'm not on. But here we are on YouTube. So I provide weekly content for YouTube. I am also have a Facebook group that's private. You can search it. I'd love to have you, Sharon Legier Coaching. I'm on Instagram, updating those stories, and I have a blog, and I also have a podcast. My mailing list hears from me about once a week with some concrete action steps that they can take if they're not quite ready for coaching, but want to be moving in the direction of their dream life vision. So creating content is one of the biggest ways that I spend my days. Probably the second the second largest activity that I do for my Dream Life Design clients is I am supporting them, whether that is planning for their sessions, their strategy sessions, if that's actually doing their strategy sessions, or if it's following up with them post strategy session, just to see how I can continue to support them. And then finally, the third way that I spend my days is I am creating resources. So I have an exciting new resource out there for you. It is a Dream Life quiz, and you can find the link listed below in the video description. And I am so flipping excited about the Dream Life quiz. You have to check it out. Moms have been absolutely raving about it. They have said it's been so helpful, and like they get that immediate rush of like, I'm gonna do this. Like now that I can see in black and white what my Dream Life vision looks like, I'm going for it, and I'm so excited for them. So if you want to join them, you definitely want to check out the Dream Life quiz. It's free, it's absolutely free, and you get your Dream Life vision emailed directly to you, and not only that, but your 3 next steps for starting to tackle your Dream Life vision. So sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but I am so excited about that new resource. And that is probably the third biggest way I spend my time as a Dream Life designer, is creating resources like that. As you can imagine, it takes a little bit of time to get those off the ground. And this isn't necessarily part of my Dream Life design coaching business per se, but I am also writing a book that I'm hoping to release in January 2024. That's been a passion project of mine that's pretty related to the personal growth realm. So that's also a big chunk of how I spend my time during the week while my kiddos are at school. So the final question that I wanted to answer on today's episode is how I can help you as a busy mom. So in all the ways that I support all of my clients, I help moms really focus their Dream Life vision. So really kind of going from unicorns and rainbows into the concrete, like what your Dream Life vision actually looks like. And then we work together to come up with, as I mentioned before, a concrete action plan. And then we back it up even further and say, okay, here's the action plan. What habits do we need to create, and what systems do we need to create to accelerate your growth? My goal for my clients is to not be where I was. When I did this process, I was completely by myself. I looked for resources, I looked for support, and it just didn't exist. So the amount of time that I spent like at the library and on Google and on Pinterest rabbit holes is insane. And I don't want that for you. Your time is precious, and I am so aware of that. And that's why I do what I do, because I'm hoping to get you to your results faster without wasting time on habits or systems or whatever that's just not moving the mark for you. You don't have time for that. Your kids are getting older, and you want to be able to enjoy them now. So that is what we're going to do together. I sort of just mentioned this, but what I really do is help you expedite your process. My superpower is I am an avid reader. I read 3 books a week, usually 2 physical books and then 1 audiobook. And so because of that, I can give you book recommendations like all day. The reason that's so helpful in my job as a Dream Life designer is because I can give you recommendations and give you focused resources so that you don't have to spend the time scouring through Barnes and Noble trying to figure out the right fit for you. We will do that together, and it takes the guesswork out. So you can really start to design your dream life with confidence, knowing that you're going to get there so much faster. And then finally, I can help you by just being your hype girl. I am no stranger to the fact that when you're on a personal growth journey, you often can feel very alone. Some of the people that you're closest with start to actually pull away. There's weird vibes. People get nervous when they start to see someone changing. It's sort of human nature to kind of back off and figure out what's going on. Is this still a safe place for me? And that's, while you're trying to improve yourself for you and for your family, it can be a bit of a struggle. So one of my main goals is to be your hype girl. I'm always there for you to support you and cheer you on and get you, keep you on the right track and moving towards your dream life together. And that's probably my favorite thing about this job. So just a reminder for you as we wrap up today's episode, be sure to check out that Dream Life quiz. Again, it's linked below in the show notes. So you don't want to miss that. Be sure to check it out. I'm so excited about it. I can't. And if you liked this episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss next week's episode. Next week, believe it or not, is episode 50, which blows my mind. And we are going to be chatting about signs that you aren't living your dream life and what the heck to do about it. So I am looking forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget, Mama, keep growing. Little eyes are watching. I hope you have a great day.